Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic evening. If you are new to the channel, hello and welcome. And if you're not new to the channel, welcome back. We have a different setup, so bear with me. Everything is backwards now. So if you see me looking over here, that's because I'm used to looking over there. But welcome back for yet another round if you aren't new here. But if you are, welcome on in. If you guys appreciate the case coverage tonight and you want to subscribe to the channel, I'd love for you guys to like the video as well. But, you know, if you don't like the video, that's okay. That's okay too. But hopefully you do. So welcome in, everybody. I have let me put this one on. Yeah, I'm all backwards tonight. So it's okay. We're going to get through it. We'll get used to it. But I like it. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Mary Beth. Welcome in. Hey, DM. Hey, Jan. Hey, Ashley Higgins. Hey, Lenora. Levon. Welcome in, everybody. Lenora again. Solo sock. Oh, but there you are again. You were like black and now you're green. Whoa. I wonder why it's doing that, Ashley. Why it's unsubscribing you. Because it's weird. Like some days I'll wake up and it'll be like within minutes, like it'll drop down like a few, like 3. Cause I know my numbers like that. I'm a crazy person. And I'll be like, what's going on? I didn't even do anything. You know, like, am I going to do anything? And then they'll shoot right back up within like a minute or 2. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't get it. I don't get it. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Faye. Welcome on in. Hey, Allison. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Steve. I'm just trying to get to the end here. Momac, welcome in. It's good to see you all. West Virginia Hollow Girl. If I didn't say hi to you, yell at me in the chat. Hey, Karen. Just say, Tanya, you didn't say anything to me. And then I'll be like, I'm sorry. Also, I'm Tanya, by the way, if you didn't know my name. But I do appreciate you guys being here. If you guys are watching over on the Unfiltered channel, because I am doing both streams, and you want to chat with us over here, we're on at Titanium Built. So you guys can come over here and I'll drop the link in the chat. I should have did that before the live. But yep. Let me see. So I have all of my stuff up here above my head and below me. So if you see me looking up, that's probably why. But yeah, just bear with me and we'll get through it. We'll figure it out together. So tonight we're going to cover the interview that Chris and Katie Proudfoot did over on Queen Bee's channel last night. I linked her channel and her video in the description, and I'm going to put her video or the live in the chat right now for anybody that wants to watch it, because we're not going to watch like the whole thing, but we're going to watch the interview with Katie and Chris. I know that the first half of the live was pretty comical. They were talking about T-Rev and his rapping and stuff like that. So make sure you guys catch the whole live, because it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny in the beginning, not towards the end. And I'm glad that they went up and they said some things. They said a lot about Sebastian. You learn a lot more. People were picking it apart on Facebook, but that's what they're going to do. They're even like putting out Queen Bee's like picture and stuff. And like I know it's out there, but she doesn't put it like out there. And I'm just like, man, people are dirty, People are so dirty when it comes to like this kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and get Sebastian up here. That's who we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm sorry that the writing is so small, but if you guys are not familiar with Sebastian's case, I think everybody is at this point. But he's a 15-year-old boy that went missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. He went missing on February 26th of this year. He is 5'5", brown hair, brown eyes, and he weighs about 120. He was last seen wearing a black long sleeve shirt, sweatpants that were black with white stripes, and glasses. An Amber Alert has been issued on behalf of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and then it just gives his description again. If you have any tips or any leads, call 615-451-3838 or 1-800-TBI-FIND. And I'll put the banner up. I think I should have one for Sebastian. I don't really do banners a lot, but I know I did. I had some. Let's see. There we go. I have like 2 or 3 in there for him. So that's even better. That's even better. Let me go ahead and pull this up and we'll get started. Let's see. I thought I wanted to show you guys something beforehand. Oh, okay. So I was cruising the streets of Twitter, or X, I guess you'd call it. And I saw the SF Investigates posted about Sebastian. So I went over and I read it, and it kind of seemed fitting to read it before we watched this live, because it's talking about Chris and Katie. So yeah, make sure after this live you go over and catch her live. Has anybody heard, before we get into this, has anybody heard from Seth or Tony in the last couple of days? Because we haven't talked about this case in the last couple of days, and I haven't heard from them since the last live. Actually, wait a minute. Did they go live on? Did I see that? Did they go live on a channel last night? Or him? Now I can't remember. Bye, Emily. Have a good night. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into it. We're going to go over this post really quick, and then we'll get into the actual interview. I still firmly believe that Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot have absolutely nothing to do with Sebastian Rogers' disappearance. They followed directions given to them by the TBI and were made to look evil because they didn't participate in Seth's circus. Chris and Katie seem to be directing the focus back to Sebastian, as it should be. Tony, on the other hand, is creating division, purging the legitimate talent they had, and causing chaos. This approach is failing, as the public and media have had enough. It's refreshing to hear interviews that actually focus on Sebastian rather than the drama, the source of leaks, or threats to beat up advocates. And I couldn't really say it better myself. They did a nice interview. They really did. So let me pull that up, and I'm going to tell you like who's on panel here, because they don't have names underneath of them. But and I'll take her like chat kind of off there. And I think the $100 worth of hot dogs, the comment on the screen, I think they're referring, and I don't know, but I think they're referring to the hot dogs that old Trevor bought for the vigil. I don't know. But if you go up on the top of the screen, that's Queen Bee, the person beside him, that's a little bumblebee. That's Bee Tim. That's like her right-hand person. I can't remember the cheese person. Is it Cheesy? Something like that sounds like it, but I can't remember. Cluminati and then Voices at the bottom. So that's the players here. And then they're going to pop up in just a second. So we'll see what they have to say.
Yeah.
And I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. But not if it's too fast, then we'll slow it back down. And I'm going to commentate during it as well. So that way it's all under fair use. Okay, is it going to go away? Maybe go.
Did you hear she was talking about, somebody went in there and said something about there was blood, and then she was talking about she was trying to give the police evidence and they wouldn't take it from her?
So wait a minute.
Yeah, it was in this the living on tweaker time, passing out flyers at 5 a.m.
No, that shit, no, girl, it was like 3:30 in the fucking morning. I got up at 4:32 and she was up passing out flyers and on tweaker time in the fucking parking lot at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Did you just say that she tried to hand something bloody to the officers?
No, she tried to hand stuff to the officers, but in her chat, they said she found something with blood on it, with Sebastian's blood on it. And she said, no, I didn't. She was trying to correct it. But in her chat, they were running wild with it.
Oh, okay. No, okay. I was about to say, I was like, imagine
that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just having this image of. Okay, we need to do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Okay.
I'm going. Tony said, I'm done being polite. I know you well enough now. No, I'm just kidding. Tony said that Sebastian had something tagged and bagged in his backseat too that the police won't take.
Oh yeah, they do that.
I don't know how true that is.
They collect us while they're out. Queen, can you check the back chat for me?
Oh yeah, give me 1 second, baby.
They do that because they had us do that while we were out there.
I'm going to put up a flyer of Sebastian while we're watching this because I think it's just pictures of the panel.
Like there was a blanket or something some lady saw at a
tractor. They're getting ready to they're getting ready to come up on the panel. I think they come up like in 2 seconds.
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And so they gave me and fiance a trash bag and some like nitrile gloves, and we went up there and bagged it because the lady, she did say she waited for the cops in the parking lot for like 45 minutes.
No.
I'd say, is this you, Chris? You back here?
Yeah, so if you want to know about that evidence, I can tell you about it because Seth told me about what it was.
Yeah, Seth, fill us in, man. Fill us in. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, Queen.
And thank you and Katie for your service.
Oh, it's because you're worth it.
We're here for you guys. We support you in everything that you're doing. We support you and stand with you.
Well, thank you. But the evidence that Seth and had mentioned that they had and stuff was there was apparently a black sweatshirt that said Yellowstone on it that they found in some woods or something. They said there was a blanket that they found and things of that nature. They tried to turn it in to law enforcement, and law enforcement asked them where they found it. And when they gave them the information about it, they were kind of like, okay, doesn't really kind of fit the area where they were looking. But when he was trying to make a point of it, I said, well, why don't you just do a DNA test? Swab your cheek and swab the material and submit it in and find out what it is. And if it's nothing, you can throw it away. I don't know where they went with it, but that's basically what it is. They said they found a blanket. They found a sweatshirt. But
we heard it was Terry Lynn, and she found a pair of black sweatpants. Remember? Because they were talking about somebody getting into the creek and actually getting them, and it was a female cop, even though a male cop was there. And they were like, I forget what panel it was on, but they were kind of like making fun of it. I never heard that it was a shirt, and I never heard of a blanket. Let me know if you guys have heard of those two things. And now I'm wondering, is there something like that Sebastian does have, like other than that flashlight? Does he have a blanket? Does he have a teddy bear? Does he have something? I'm assuming Katie would probably come out and tell us by now. But, I wonder if there's something that he would have taken with him. Because we all have something that's our comfort. You know what I mean? Like I have my dog back here. Let me see. She's right here on the bed. She's my comfort and I'm hers. So that's why she's on the bed there.
Who knows? The stuff with Terry Lynn, allegedly, from what we understood, law enforcement, she called them. They came to the scene, looked at it. Apparently, it's nothing from what we were told. So I don't know. But
Oh, I'm sorry, but hanging out in a parking lot at 3 o'clock in the morning in the rain, talking on your live stream is not searching for Sebastian to me. It just is not. And that's what she was doing all fucking morning.
well, yeah. Well, I just don't know how people stream for 10 hours straight.
What
Me
she's
either.
been doing for 25 days.
These tragedy pants. That's why I said she's tragedy pimping right now, building her channel, getting clicks and views, and it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, I mean, it's a twofold deal. It is disgusting on that, but it does keep his name out there. Unfortunately, I heard there's a lot of folks pulling back. So
Yeah.
Well, and I will say in regard to Terry Lynn, like I will give her credit all day because I have seen her walking through the woods. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's like it is that catch-22, right? Like, are you doing it because you really want to find him, or are you doing
Right.
it because you know this will make you have a lot of views?
Exactly.
And then it's like if she does come across him or does find him, it's on a live stream. It's going to be on a fucking live stream for the rest forever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yep.
I said that too. Like, that's the whole reason why they didn't want people like YouTubers or TikTokers to be live streaming the search. They said they didn't care if they did video. Just don't stream while you're searching. I mean, I can understand that you can come across something, even if it's not, let's say Sebastian, but let's say it's his glasses or something, and you step on them and break them because you're live streaming. You're not paying attention where you're walking. I mean, and it could happen.
no, it won't be on there forever.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying like the internet's forever,
But you'll never be able to
get it down. But you know what I mean? It just sucks that people do that kind of shit. And it's just like, if you're doing, if you're going to search, then actually search,
True.
take it serious. That's how I got to say. Like, I think it's great that people are searching, but I think they should take it serious,
Right.
And I don't know.
I don't know. It's like I said, it is a twofold game. It sucks that there is such negativity out there.
Right.
And that's never, and it should never be the result that somebody's looking for. It never should be. Bashing, negativity, none of it. It should be drawing everything right back to the sole purpose. Sebastian is missing. We need to bring our son home.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, it's kind of a playbook with these people. It's really a playbook. They do that with a lot of cases. They start bashing innocent people because it brings them views, and that's how it goes. They've done it on many times, in many different cases. You can go back, Dylan Rounds, Quentin Simon, Carly Rodney, Summer Wells. It's like cases. Aiden Clune, Karen Reed. Right now, there's a trial where like 15 people are being accused of being murderers and harassed for 2 years who were state witnesses by social media and a blogger. You know what I mean? Like, this is just how they are. And,
Well, so one of my things, and I mean, I can openly say this because myself, Katie, and Seth are living this every single day.
Right.
And there are so many families out there, all these families that are missing loved ones and things of that nature. When it comes to a point where there's no evidence to support foul play, everybody has been extremely cooperative. There's nothing, right now they have nothing. So after a certain period of time, why can't there be like a legislative thing where it puts out where once you get to that point, why can't somebody come out and say, the parents are in the clear?
Yeah.
I think there should be some legislation out there that should be able to do that. Because I mean,
Right.
how long? I mean, you got.
And there should be some legislation out there that should lock parents up and throw away the key if they can't produce their child to the police. Madalena Kochikari, Diana Kochikari.
Summer
It goes
Wells
both
is
ways.
3 years.
Yeah.
And God knows
They've
there's
been
other cases
taunted
that are
and
20
fucking
years.
taunted for 3 years straight. I mean, I talked to the grandmother, and it's awful the shit they've been through.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think legislation has not caught up to social media. Most of your representatives don't even know how to use an email, let alone understanding social media, Facebook. I mean, you had people asking if TikTok was an online platform. Do you need to go online during their review of TikTok? And I think local authorities have not caught up to the damaging effects. And also, a lot of times it gets fueled by TVs like hacks like Nancy Grace, who is a horrible person, OG tragedy pimp and a garbage person, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Everybody has an opinion, and I'm a firm believer in this. You don't have to like everybody's opinion, but all opinions, I feel, should be respected. I mean, but we're human. We're human, and that's what makes this world go round. Without differences of opinions and without being able to have an agreement to disagree or disagree to agree, either way,
Agree to disagree. Yeah.
It sucks. I mean, if you don't have that, then life is going to be very boring. And nobody's going to be able to see things from a different perspective because they're always going to believe that only their views are right. And I mean, yes, people bash me. They bash Katie and Seth. If you sit back and you look at some of those things, like, yeah, I understand people got upset with me because I was pretty pissed off that night. Yeah, I got it. So was it necessarily the
Right,
best
but I
thing in
mean,
the world?
I feel
No,
like
it
you had
wasn't.
every right to be that upset. You had every right to
Right.
be angry and upset.
Right.
Right.
And I understand that I had that right. I understand everybody's personal feelings that I should not have been as aggressive. All right, cool. I respect that. Maybe, you know, but at the same time, I am a person. So is my wife, and so is Seth. We're all grieving in our own ways. Trust me, it's every day is a struggle. You wake up.
Yeah.
And until these folks have to endure something to this magnitude, they will never truly understand. Never.
No.
You know, I mean, if they were doxxed, although I don't understand doxing, but where they put out all their information.
You were doxxed. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but he said I don't understand doxing. That kind of made me laugh a little bit because, like, you don't understand it because you've never, like, if you're not into YouTube, you don't really know. I feel like I didn't know what it meant before I started YouTube. It's not pain pills. He was on a low dose of gabapentin and a low dose of a muscle relaxer.
Oh,
You were
No pain
absolutely
medication.
doxxed.
my family's been doxxed. Like, but if they start doxing these folks and blasting their information, and no, I'm not by any means am I saying do this. I'm not
No.
I'm not about this. But if it happened to them, and then it starts causing more problems and chaos, and you get to the point where going in public is sketchy at best
Yeah.
because you're going to have people staring at you. You're going to have people that won't even be near you. I mean, and it's sad because it's like, you know the truth. You know, there's things that you know that can't be said, and you just wait and you wait and you wait, and eventually, you know, one of two things is going to happen.
Mhm.
We're going to get an answer, and we're going to move forward. Or two, we're going to be right in that same pool with Summer Wells and the rest of the families that years go by and we have no answers, and we have to endure every aspect from day one. Will continue until there's an answer.
Yeah. But you know what, my thing is that, you know, even though people might not like you, I think that's my problem is that one is a feeling and one is not fact. Like, to accuse someone of being a murderer or anything without any facts and just basic pure on emotions is like a horrible thing. And that's the thing I really disagree with a lot of these channels with. It's like they've got clouded because they don't like you and they want to make you a villain to justify their disdain for you. And that is horrible. And I
But
don't
they don't even know you. So how can they make a decision on whether they
Yeah.
actually like you or not? They know the little
Right.
bit that you have shown. And I'm sorry, I don't know anybody that's going to put their best face forward when they are when they're facing the tragedy that you and your wife and his father are facing.
Well, this goes back to the old saying: the first impression is a lasting impression. And although that is maybe true, I did not necessarily make the best impression to some people, and that is an impression that they're going to have of me. I'm okay to accept that, but I'm also okay to extend and say, you don't really know me.
Yeah.
So until you actually get to know me, I'm asking that you reserve your opinions about myself, my wife, and Seth. I mean, but Seth is doing his own thing. I am not bashing.
absolutely.
And don't get me wrong. Anybody asked me to start, your answer is no. And I want
And I
to
respect
start the
that.
conversation.
No, I'm
Yeah.
actually pretty fucking impressed that you
Yeah.
have included him in everything you said.
Yeah.
And you've been so kind, all the way through with him.
I mean, to be honest with you, if I was in your position, I'd be shit talking Seth right now too, because he would piss me off because he, you know, but I respect you. You're a better person than me. Honestly, I think I would be very angry at Seth, and I understand your anger, but yeah,
Well,
I think it's very good what you're doing.
I think everybody has to understand something. I didn't say I'm not upset with him. I didn't say that.
Right.
What I
Right.
said is I'm not bashing him.
Yeah.
When Seth is ready to sit down and have a conversation, and that conversation would be something between me, him, and Katie, and nobody else, then that conversation, we will have to air out some indifferences.
Mhm.
But I will say this, the likely odds of him and Katie sitting down, I don't see that possibly happening, honestly, just because she is a mom, the mother to his son.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that Chris is the person that is the go-between. You know, that's why him and Seth talk so much. It's not like they're doing stuff behind Katie's back or, you know, conspiring together like everybody has been saying. They probably just talk to each other because it's easier. You can tell that Katie is like, I'm trying to think, like introverted in a way, and she like goes into a shell. And I think that Chris has to be kind of like her rock. Same way with me. If something like this happened to me, I'd be probably a puddle on the floor, and I would need Vincent to be the person that stands up and talks. And I'm sure he'd probably act out of pocket too. But he's acted out of pocket 1 or 2 times. We've got Seth cussing us out like all the time. But I'm not saying anything bad about Seth. I'm just saying, like, don't cuss us out anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I just don't see
That's
that.
my feeling.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of had that impression that it was kind of you and Seth did most of the talking, I think, because it felt like to me, rather than him and Katie, because, but I could be wrong. But do you notice, everybody? I want everybody and the people who are listening. Do you notice how nice Chris sounds right now when people aren't attacking him and he doesn't feel like he has to be on the defense? You see how nice he is? See what a nice guy he is?
That was pretty much my
Completely
point.
different.
Was that if you?
Huh?
That was kind of my point. When I mean, these families are in the worst moment of their life. They're in turmoil. They're in peril. How do you expect that you're going to be able to see their best side? We don't. And then they're being attacked. Like every person in the audience has a torch and a pitchfork, and they're, kill the beast, kill the beast. And you haven't even heard what the beast has to say.
Somebody's got feedback. Is there somebody didn't pause their YouTube? Chris, did you pause YouTube when you came up?
I'm on internet. I don't think I'm on YouTube.
Okay, I just didn't know because sometimes it'll cause like the feedback and the noise if it was on like where you click the link. So I just didn't know if it.
No, actually,
Okay.
I copied it and pasted it into the
Okay.
red bar
We should-
and went in that way.
It's already gone now, so I don't even hear it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it started echoing real bad for a sec, but it's gone now.
No, I mean, when it comes to, and so I kind of thought about this before, like Dolly flew a drone over my house.
Yeah, that's bullshit. In
Well,
my opinion, I mean,
I'm glad it happened when I wasn't home. I probably
Did he
would have been extremely
really?
irate with him.
I thought he was shitting when he said that. I heard that on someone else's live today. I thought he was just kidding. Oh my gosh.
right.
Okay,
But
that's too much. That's too
I'm
much.
okay if Dolly. I'm not going to sit here and do the YouTube thing, tic tac back and forth with these guys. I don't need to record conversations with people. I don't need to find a way to blackmail or use something or twist words. I don't have to. But I'm perfectly okay to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with somebody and hear their side of how they feel and what they think. Is to the respective, you're going to be willing to do the same for me. If you can't, then I have no desire to talk to people.
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
Well, personally, I think Dolly's just doing it for money. That's his whole thing. He doesn't, I honestly think he just does it for money. And it's just like, it's the lowest garbage thing to do to people. And that's what we call him, a tragedy pimp. And that's why he's doing it. I don't think you're going to get an honest conversation from that guy. You might as well talk to a chair or a piece of wood. You might get an answer from that before you deal with that guy.
I don't like giving up on people right away. I don't. I had great parents growing up. I am from a split household, so I've had the pleasures and the privileges of having multiple parents and multiple families. And a lot of people don't understand that, but if you are from a split home, you'll understand it.
Yep.
But I don't necessarily like giving up on people right away. I give them a chance. You got to give them a chance because what they may have done in the past may not necessarily depict who they truly are in the future. Some people may have bad days.
Yeah. Well, you're not nicer than me. You're a lot nicer than me.
I commend you for having that attitude, especially with everything, all of the rumor, the gossip, the innuendo, and the twisting and turning that's happened as a direct result to your son's case. And I commend you for having that attitude, Chris, because that's very hard to keep. As a creator that's been out here for a number of years, I forget about having that attitude.
Well, I mean, I heard you guys, so I've been listening for a little while. I'll just put that out there. You guys brought up that they had the camera in the field over there in the easement, and Nancy Drew with the lady driving by and blowing the horn and all this. If it makes them happy, it makes them feel like they're getting somewhere. Sure, go on ahead. At the end of the day, what they have to deal with is eventually they're going to get a noise ordinance complaint from somebody. You mentioned constantly video streaming me, stalking me. But I'm gonna tell you now, that's very boring. Very, very boring because there's not much to watch. You see my truck, you see my trailer. I go to work, I come back, go to my trailer. Ooh, exciting life. Look out, everyone.
Right. And you do it the opposite schedule as everybody else.
Yeah.
I do now. But before, I was on days. Now I'm on nights. And it's okay.
Oh.
I
Sometimes
mean,
you clean your truck too. I mean, that might be
Yeah.
a thing too.
Oh, he's on
I
at
mean,
nights.
truck got a bath today.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I'd want my husband going to work nights. I would be kind of nervous about that because I mean, there are literally people driving past their camper. That's disgusting to me. That's disgusting. Like these people are just trying to get out of the way and just, they have to go back to work. They don't have a GoFundMe. They don't have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They have a very expensive home and they're waiting on their son, hopefully, to come back home. They all need to talk to each other. Except for, I mean, if Chris and or Seth and Katie, if they can't talk, then Chris needs to be the middleman. He did mention, hey, I'll talk to them if they want to talk, but I don't know how. Maybe they won't be able to get them together.
Look out.
Seth and Katie, I mean.
Yeah, I find it just the problem with me with that is like these people it's just stalking behavior, man. It's like you have a right to some privacy, and you're not a criminal. You're not someone that's even being investigated. There's nothing to it, and these people are not cops or anything. And how I see it is like Katie's a victim, you're a victim. You're trying to find your son, and these people are just really. They're wasting their efforts. They could be going out there helping organize searches. They could be trying to raise money for billboards, but they're wasting their efforts and wasting people's efforts into just looking at innocent people and harassing innocent people. That's what I have a problem with. It's you know what I mean? I feel like it's a complete waste of actual effort and time that could have been more productive. Into something else.
It is, and it isn't. It is depends on how you want to look at it. It can go both ways. And here's why I say that. Do I agree what they're doing is correct? No, I don't. Not at all. I'm not condoning it. However, what it is doing though is it does keep Sebastian's situation, not Sebastian's name, the situation in the forefront. So it's not necessarily allowing the case to go completely cold, but yes, a lot of people have pulled back from what I've heard. A lot of the drama, they've said it's a lot of mental stress, honestly. And I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm begging and I encourage people to please take the drama away. Cool. But just don't forget that it is a 15-year-old autistic child that we are all looking for. He's our son. He is, for Sumner County, he's almost like a Sumner County child of the whole county. Everybody is gone to love him and want to know him and more interested. I mean, it's a deep thing. I just don't want to see it turn into a completely cold case or like where some of these people go out here and when they start talking about a new case and then they go, yeah, well, that's kind of like the Sebastian Rogers and the Summer Wells and the rest of these cases.
So that's that's like your greatest fear, that it becomes a cold case, and basically that's
yeah.
And and basically it sounds like you're willing to sacrifice your privacy and all these things just to keep this case going so people can talk about it, so it keeps it to the forefront. Well,
I'll tell everybody this: you want to come after me, you come after me. You leave everybody else alone. You come after me all you want, but you leave everybody else alone. That's the only request that I have. If you need somebody to berate, belittle, blast, whatever, I'll be your man. Throw your darts, whatever you want to do. Because at the end of the day, I know the truth. Law enforcement knows the truth. Katie and Seth know the truth. And I really don't owe anybody anything other than my wife, my kids, and my family. And the good man upstairs. That's the only people I owe anything to.
Exactly.
Well, it's not right that during your darkest hour, you're thrust into the public spotlight. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not just. There's no part of it that says that it's okay to do.
One of your comments somebody asked about contacting truck stops. Yes, we have reached out to the Loves, the Pilots, the Flying J's, the Petros, American Travel, trucking companies, Truckers Against Trafficking, to try to get them to put flyers out and continuously keep an eye open. And a lot of them have done it. A lot of them are amazing to help.
We need to get magnets made so that the truckers can display it on the back of their trucks. They make a little square magnet that can go on that has it's like the missing flyer, and it can be printed on a magnetic, and it can go right on the back of the truck, and we can get them to truck stops.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. I don't know who would make or where to go and get a quote for the cost of that, but
a lot of times you can take it into like FedEx, Kinko's, any of the printing places. You can buy the magnetic sheets, look on Amazon, and then they run through like an inkjet printer. But that might be something that a bunch of us could get together and try to do.
oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, whatever we can do, let me know and try to get on it. I mean, honestly, I really would love to find a way to, with the help of everybody.
This is too much to type out, so I'm just not going to do that. If you were on a panel, if you were thrown on a panel, never been on a panel before, like this is your first experience with YouTube, and you're thrown on a panel, I would be extremely nervous especially if my child's missing. I would be so nervous. I would be shaking so bad. I probably wouldn't be able to talk. I mean, how about you guys? Would you guys be able to, if I threw you up on the panel right now, would you guys be able to do it? And come up here and talk and don't laugh, don't act, don't inflect your voice, no voice inflection, monotoned. And you have 1,000 people staring at you. Because there had to have been 1,000 people or more in her chat. She has 11,000 views. Just keep that in mind. I mean, I couldn't do it. And I'm a content creator.
To try to form an event, and it wouldn't necessarily be strictly Sebastian. It's got to be all these missing children, and pull it together and try to get everybody to be bringing awareness, finding a way to fundraise, crowd surf money, whatever, to
Amen.
A way to make it noticeable. If there's a way to blanket every single state across the country with billboards, with rotating, with like, have you seen us? And it's pictures of children that have been missing. You know, please contact, it doesn't matter what law enforcement, just contact law enforcement and provide a number, or the National Center for Missing Children.
Yep.
You know, pop their number, like, and just keeping all these faces fresh. Because I mean, Summer Wells is now, she would be 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know what the young lady looked like. I don't, and I'm being honest. I know of her case because I remember it was a few days before, a few days after Sebastian. TBI had just released a sketch that projected what she would have looked like at 8 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that, I was like, man, that sucks. And then Sebastian's situation. So it's like, you question, like, how do they deal with this? Well, now we've learned firsthand. And there's not enough resources up there, period. And if there's a way to bring awareness to that, I mean, that would be phenomenal. I don't know what to call it, how to do it, but it's an idea.
I like the way you think, Chris.
So I don't know. I had parents that raised me right, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a very good guy. Better than me. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of like a little saddened that you have to go through this BS, to be honest with you. Because having a conversation with you, you sound like a very nice guy.
So much. Look, he's so different than what he sounded like on Web Sleuths, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just so fucking defensive. And Illuminati, thank you for being up here too. I know, I'm sure it's probably makes Chris a little more comfortable with people he knows up here. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you staying up here and hanging out for a little bit.
I think Chris is probably comfortable anywhere that people aren't just raging at him.
Well, yeah, as I said, but I mean, you guys have been pretty, you and your husband have been pretty fucking fair, and I appreciate that, because not very many people are, as you see.
Yeah.
We just want to treat people like we would want to be treated, and I mean, in fairness, we were, we were just as damn guilty as everybody else in the beginning, right? And once we realize the error in our ways, we're just about being fair. You can always do the right thing. It's never too late to do the right thing.
Well, you know what? That's right, because you don't know until you know. You know what I'm saying? And then once you figure it out, you're like, God damn, man, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's good.
Well, I mean, and I said this before. I think if some of these, a good proportion, a lot of these creators of their pages would stop and just go back to what made them want to do this, what made them want to create their page. There had to be a passion. There had to be something that said, you know what, I'm gonna start a page to want to help or to do something. And being realistic and honest is the only thing that you should do. Like if it was for money, okay, cool. So you do it for money, but can you do it for money in a positive way where you don't have to drive wedges in narratives that are completely oblivious to the situation just to
Yeah.
make a click or a dollar? I don't know how that stuff works, to be honest with you. But
You're basically saying that you can make money. You can still make money, but make it money, doing good, basically, instead of trying to do, messed up things like flying drones over people's houses and defaming people, innocent people, and accusing them of crimes, basically.
Well, unfortunately, the problem with that is that there are rules to it, but the rules haven't caught up to the damage that happens along with the exploitation.
Mhm.
And there's really no right or wrong other than when the social collective norm comes together and says, all right, this is bad, stop it.
well, I guess I have a stronger sense of wrong and right, I guess, when I say this, but at some point when you're a creator and you release a show or you're putting your name on it, regardless of all these little quirks that everybody likes to come out and says, well, this show is for entertainment, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You think that's going to stop what could potentially happen to you? No, it doesn't. It
No,
really doesn't.
Well, that guy says that. We know what you're talking about. The guy says that because he thinks that will save him from a defamation lawsuit. No, it will not. It does not save you from a defamation lawsuit.
No, we're fully responsible as the creators. Anytime you click to go live, not only is there YouTube's terms of service, but if you use a third-party streaming app like Restream or StreamYard, you're also bound to their terms of service as well.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's interesting seeing how all of these folks try to come out and do this. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys really borderline that slander defamation area. It's kind of like, but why? Why even play with it? I don't know.
Because the fact is, to sue any of these people would probably cost you $50,000 to $70,000, or $30,000 to $40,000, and most of these people are broke as a joke and don't have a pot to piss in. So you'd probably be wasting your money to sue most of these people.
Nor a window to throw it out, and if they do, it's probably their parents, and it has 3 mortgages and 4 liens against it. So don't even think about it.
Yeah, unless you want like a lifetime supply of soap from Dolly, that's the only thing you're gonna win from that.
No thanks.
And we're not even sure if it actually does its job or if it gives you a skin infection, because we've heard rumors and of the like.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, another creator, Savage, she got some in the mail and saw it was filthy dirty around the packaging and everything. Yeah.
So gross.
Well, so I heard recently through the grapevine that he created a soap called Katie Come Clean.
Yes, he has on his website.
He did.
Yeah,
he's a sick bitch. That's what he is.
Well, my question is, did he get permission
No.
from Katie?
No.
Which, I mean, he kind of has to be careful because that right there is treading in another legal realm that he really doesn't want to go down.
Right.
Correct. You're absolutely right. Because again, see, the moment Sebastian went missing, under the eyes of the law of Tennessee, you, Katie, and Seth are considered, and grandparents and siblings are considered victims. So you have victims' rights. Nobody is allowed to put you under unnecessary surveillance. They're not allowed to tread into your personal life. They're not, all the things that have happened to you, they're not allowed to do what they're doing. But there's nothing in place to stop them from doing it unless you collect their information, take it to law enforcement, and then push on it, Chris. That's the unfortunate thing.
But pushing on law enforcement to do that kind of thing is very, very unlikely. I mean, because one, what crime have they actually committed?
Correct. And that's the problem.
And he still has it on his website, by the way. It's in the back. And I posted in the back. It's the link just in case, so you want to look at it.
Oh, no, I don't. So Dolly's, one of his moderators reached out to me not too long ago. I think his name was Jax. Reached out to Katie as well, and he asked if we wanted to come on Dolly's show. I was very polite. I gave him an answer. He did post it on his show from what I was told. Somebody screenshot it to me. And I basically informed him that, do not contact me or my wife again. You or Jimmy Williams, a.k.a. Dolly Vision. Like, it's simple. If you want to know my information, I can find your information just as quick and easy. But the only difference between you and I is I don't need to make $1 from you. I don't need to make $1 or a penny off of whatever it is that these people want to do. I don't care. We need our son. That's all we need. And to give the love and appreciation back to everybody that has actually helped doing something. That's what we want. But other than that, okay, cool. I got bills to pay. I got to go back to work. So does Katie. I mean, and it's just the
You're not
compounding of
living off of
life is not
GoFundMe.
easy.
You're not living off of GoFundMe or Cash Apps.
No, we don't have any of those. Sorry. I mean, that just
Look at that.
yeah.
And people say stuff about how Chris going back to work, but they're not out here trying to do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Tony on TikTok, reeling in money, GoFundMe's, those type of things. Like I understand needing those types of resources, but when you've got those resources and you've got that money, like 26,000, and you need searchers, you need things for the search, and you're not getting those things, then that's kind of where the problem lies. It's like, well, what's going on?
That goes down a different road I won't go down.
And why isn't that part of a reward? I think they have 3,500 or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
double
understand
check.
that.
And let's not forget, when you order soap, you get a free missing child sticker too from Dolly. Asshole.
I didn't
Wow.
think she had one of those in her bag, did she?
Look, Savage
I
said
don't
Clue.
know. I don't know.
One of the mods got MRSA and was in the hospital.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Jesus
what I was
Christ.
talking about with the, you got to be
And she
careful
said
when you
that's a
buy
true
that kind
fact.
of stuff.
Bro.
That's fucking gross, man. That's fucking nasty.
Well, it's okay because he says he did Katie come clean as a joke, and if anybody's offended, they need to develop a sense of humor. And he's donating 10% of the proceeds to some charity. And I was like, fucking really? That's how you're going to justify your fucking self? Really?
Well, we're going to need to see a receipt on that because he's pretty well known. We know that these people around here like donate money to places and it never, it stays in their pocket.
So he's going to donate 10% and then use that to write off on his taxes. So that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I'm going to make a lotion called Dickless Dolly.
Yahtzee. I'll buy this. I'll buy some.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's not good. But yeah.
Does that come with a box of Kleenex too?
Cry rags.
Oh, geez.
No, a sock. A tube sock.
Yeah. You get a crusty, rusty, dusty old tube sock.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, it'll come with a new scent called Depression and Self-Loathing.
There you go.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Dolly, you need to make the Depression era soap.
Well, that would actually have to be credited to Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. Katie, yes, you've got the rights to that soap.
Mhm.
So how's Katie holding up? Is she doing better? Or is you know what I mean? Like, how's she holding up?
She just stated like shit.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No,
Sorry,
she's,
baby.
it's like I said, every day you get up, it's a different day, and you have to put one foot forward. You got to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a struggle. She's doing her, got to be a big girl and do her thing and keep moving forward. But I mean, the emotional baggage and everything, it will always be there.
And hopefully he comes home soon. Your son. Hope he comes home soon. And maybe, this could be just a bad memory. You can move on. I am sorry you're going through this, though. I'm very sorry.
Is there anything that you need from us or you would like from us that we can help with? Is there anything like that we can help to do other than what you've said by still keeping his face out there, touching on, these are his stats. This is where he went missing from. He's still missing. Law enforcement is doing their job. Is there anything else we can do?
I could add to it. She's thinking right now, but some of the things I would add to it is, the world operates on networking, connections and networking. Who you know and what you know. And everybody out there, doesn't matter how small or how big the connections may have connections to something that can always contribute to posting a flyer, putting it up on a sign, radio stations. I don't know. I mean, people have friends in the most weirdest places that sometimes those friends can be extremely beneficial. And there's no other way to make this possible without human interaction. So to me, connecting with people is like the biggest thing out there.
And wherever you are, I would say wherever you are across the country, because I know there's people all over the place watching. Just to, like, if you're out and about and you have flyers, just keep asking businesses to spread them. Some chains will spread them to their other stores. I don't-
You are such a strong mama.
I'm so sorry.
Just wish I could give you a hug right now.
Oh, you'd have to fight the ankle biters.
I lost my ankle biter. I miss her really bad.
Well, we got two of them, and one of them was supposed to kind of like be mine, and however, they bunch of traitors.
Traitorous dogs.
They're loving up on Mama. They know she needs it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they. When I'm not home, she just lets them sleep in the bed. I can y'all are in the pen.
Well, that answers your question why they like Katie more than you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, man.
The chat's showing you love, Katie.
I will say this. I don't know where we heard this. I thought my camera was on. Sorry. I don't know where we heard this, but didn't somebody say, and I don't know if it was Katie, so I don't remember. I didn't watch the interviews on repeat. But didn't someone say that the dogs were put in their kennels that night? Maybe she put them in that night. I don't know. But if he's saying like, they were always in their kennel when he was home, but Katie would let them out. I don't know where I heard that though. Like, I don't know if it was an interview. This case has been so crazy the last like month or 2 months, like 2 months, that it's hard to see up and down, half the time. Katie did say that on the interview. Okay. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember. So maybe she did put him up, you know what I mean? Like maybe she just was like, no, you guys are going in the pen for tonight. But yeah, I remember someone saying that. And he said usually she keeps him up, but I just remembered that. So
they're showing you some love.
I just want to tell both sides,
Thank you. And see, she does speak. She doesn't speak often, but she does.
Well, it's tough speaking when you're the live streams. You know what I mean? People are it's tough going on live streams and start, when you first come on. So I understand.
Well, a few weeks ago, people were saying how, Chris is so overbearing. He's talking for Katie and this and that. And like I was telling Queen Bee a couple weeks ago, I said, like when my when my family, my brother and my sister passed away at a young age, and when they passed away, my husband took over for me. He did everything that I couldn't do because I was so distraught. And then when his mother and father passed away, I did everything for him when he was distraught, And I mean, it's just what you do for your spouse. It's called loving your spouse and taking care of your spouse. And it goes both ways. I'm sure if this was God forbid that you were in this position, Katie would do the same for you, And I mean, I don't see anything wrong with what you've been doing. I think you're a gentleman and you've been taking care of your wife just like you should, as a perfect gentleman, just like any other husband would do, just like any wife would do for their husband, I commend you for it.
I try. Like I said, I ain't necessarily the gentlest person in a China shop, but
right.
I try to be.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I totally from one bowl to another. I get you. I get you, Chris.
I think that bothers me the most when people like assume that Katie just won't speak or won't talk. Like that's not true. And I think the saddest part is that Chris and Katie are very, in my opinion, and I will speak for fiance when I say this too, very good people. Like, and it's really sad that even when they do come out and speak, they're not yelling. You know what I mean? They're not being confrontational because someone's coming at them. Even when they just have a normal conversation, it gets twisted up. And it's like, how does that even, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. I can't stand it, but.
Well, I mean, that's easy. I mean, people twist and turn every little comment, every little word.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pause. Look, there was a pause.
Yeah.
Oh, that hand twisted. I understand people are trying to find an answer. Truly, I got it. I understand that. But
I want an answer more than all of you combined, I promise.
I bet.
it just, I don't know. It's one of those things people will never understand unless they're in the situation. And I don't ever recommend people or wish this on anybody either. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even wish this on sister.
Yeah, as a parent, I can't imagine what you guys are going through, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully this lets more people know that what they think of you is wrong. That you're not this overbearing person. You're a terrible person. All this stuff, and they actually start thinking about the facts instead of thinking their preconceived emotions, or listening to people like T-Rev or Dolly Vision for their opinions, and think for themselves and listen and think to themselves, should we continue in this hate campaign against people who are innocent, or should we think for ourselves and say, these people are good people who are not bad people, and we're actually harassing good people in the worst time in their lives, and maybe those people should look in the mirror and say, maybe that's not the best thing to do.
Well, I mean, one of the things I kind of, so I guess what's her name, Bullhorn Betty? I forgot her.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
We currently have there's a litigation between Cross Motion. She's suing us, and Queen's got a countersuit against her. Let's just say that much.
Not us, B-Tim, just Queen. But that's fun. I mean, oh my gosh, they're really starting to know YouTube. The A team.
okay, so I will be careful in what I am saying. However, I think to me it's very interesting how her dynamics, how like her little spin on things, and kind of like her and JLR were a group at one point. I guess they split apart, but
Yeah.
Her notoriety and JLR's I think came from the Gabby Petito case, if I remember correctly. I may be off.
Yes,
but
that's where that is Betty and JLR. That's where YouTube met Betty and JLR.
Yep.
During Gabby Petito down at Brian Laundrie's home.
So I sit there and I wonder, like, if can she do some actual good without having to do all the things that she's done in the past? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing with that, Chris. She thinks she is doing good because she doesn't see that she's doing anything wrong. She's acting within her rights, her own words, and what she claims. So that's kind of the problem with that.
Gotcha. So I guess I don't know. In a way, you kind of almost, some of these creators should probably go take a few classes in law before they start doing some things.
Well, she knows.
They might be able to know what they're doing.
Oh,
she knows what she's doing in Florida.
No.
All right. So here's a funny little thing. People can look this up. It's great. Tennessee, a couple years ago, back when there was all this rioting, people stepping in front of the interstates blocking traffic, there were several states across the country that passed a law. If you're impeding traffic and you get ran over, that's on you. And Tennessee was one of those states that adopted that. And it sucks that that they don't really understand it. Like, because you don't go somewhere that you don't know the laws and expect to have all the freedoms you think that you're entitled to, or that you think that you get because you made a mistake and went, oops, I was dumb and didn't know something. And well,
like the Americans that just got picked up in Turks and Caicos because they crossed in there and they didn't realize that there was an old ammunition from a hunting trip 6 months ago in their bag, and now they're having to serve 12 years minimum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, I got to pause this because I don't want you guys to get suckered. If anyone tells you that you can get a buy one, get one free membership or something to their channel, don't do it. Don't buy it. Do not buy into it. Do not buy into it. Because when you do a membership, you put in your credit card information, you put in all your information, and that's how you get your membership. You put your email and everything in. How's he going to do that on your stuff? So you'd have to give him all your personal information, because if not, he's going to be charged every month for your membership. Don't do it. Don't do it. Whatever the membership is, just come to me. Just we'll figure it out. Like, just don't do that. I don't want anyone to be like, is it a joke? Oh, okay. Squeaky, I was about to say, because he would. Let me go read that again. I think I read it wrong, but I was going to say, because that does sound like him. I thought you were going to say buy one, get one free soap. But yeah, don't do that in any case. Squeaky, I'm going to have to read your message again. Then I'll probably pause it again.
I'll keep my responses about this.
I'll have to read it again.
On this channel, I don't like her.
Unfortunately, our hands are really tied. I can't tell you what we really.
No, I don't want you to.
Oh my God.
I don't want to. Litigation is litigation. That stays outside of. My thing with Bullhorn Betty is, I think she's very quick to jump to an opinion.
Yeah.
But she's never once actually, as far as I know, actually reached out to have a conversation with me. I mean, people send me clips of her, and it's been interesting, but I wish her the best. I don't wish negative on people. I don't.
Yeah. Well, life is
This-
strange. Life is definitely strange.
Probably a really world for you to be thrust into, huh? People from here, there, and everywhere that want to weigh in on your life and have a say when they're really just strangers that don't know anything about you and, you know, have put a lot of assumptions on you. It's got to be absolutely like you've entered reverso weirdo land for you.
Well, it's actually so we've sat back for so long, been quiet and reserved and whatnot. Now I've gotten a lot of messages from strangers, people I've never met before, and they're like, "Have you seen what's going on?" I'm like, "No, what's going on?" They're like, "Everybody's turning on each other." I'm like, "Huh?"
Mhm.
They're like, "Oh yeah, this person's blaming this person. This person." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
Well, welcome to YouTube. That usually happens a lot more often than not,
Right
unfortunately.
around the full moons, this place gets really freaking wild.
Yeah. November is usually the big day, usually for a lot of backstabbing. That's usually the big one. That's the day before Christmas is usually.
Yeah, that's the last payout before Christmas because you know that. So from the middle of November to the middle of December, it's insanity around here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crazier than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Girl.
honey, this is just a regular old Monday.
Calm.
We ain't even hit a holiday.
I heard holidays are the time. I didn't see a difference. I didn't see a difference in my pay anyway. But I guess there's more ads during like holidays and stuff, and that's why it gets a little messy during the holidays. I don't really pay much attention, you know. I don't really pay attention to the ads.
On this yet.
Yeah, this is calm, actually.
I just
Nope.
turn them on.
I'm about to
Wait.
start cooking.
Wait till June 15th.
Mm.
Oh
That's
Lord.
when Summer Wells went missing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It gets crazy on these streets around that time.
Oh,
Which
by
is
the way,
very sad.
Queen, I got to skedaddle. It's good meeting you. Yeah, it's good meeting you, Chris and Katie. I hope you find your son, and thank you for jumping up.
No, thank you.
Tim.
Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
We'll see you later, bud.
Good night,
He has to
Kim.
get up and work early, so he jumps off. You know, usually about. He's in New York too, so
Oh my goodness, bless his heart.
yes, he's up pretty late hanging out with us.
Well, that needs in New York.
Yeah.
It's called Christmas.
Yes, we call it
Yep.
Griffmas around here.
Christmas. Oh my
Yo,
lord.
you people are cray. Like, oh my God.
Yes, it's
Christmas
called
is-
Griffmas, not Christmas. It's Christmas Griffmas.
Griffmas.
Yep.
And you'll see it. They'll start grifting around October, November. That's usually when it
My birthday's in October, so remember that, guys.
starts.
So everybody just attacks.
I'm gonna start
everybody,
taking
huh?
notes.
Oh,
Pretty much. It's
you want the screenshots that are a minimum of 6 months old so that you can pick up an old fight. Mhm.
Oh my God.
Digging up bones.
I
They're
think
digging
that's
up
probably-
bones.
That's
Hey,
probably
don't-
my favorite part of being on YouTube is because it's not like my income, right? Like so I love it because it's like, I don't know. I watch all these people like, it is like grifting is a real thing, right?
Oh, it
Mhm.
is. Oh, yes, girl. You ain't seen shit yet.
Oh my God.
Oh no, you got you'll get a little taste of it right around starting between the 1st of June leading up to the 15th. It'll get real hard and then kind of coast off for the summer. But just wait, August, they start right around August again to get that school supply money in. And then October, November.
The fact that you guys know this is a cycle is crazy.
Sidebar. Look, we try to fucking hide. We try to hide till it's over.
So I mean, is it really
Sidebar.
that profitable?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
be.
it is.
It's not.
There's
Like-
a lot of
Y'all, I don't know where they're getting their money, okay? But maybe it's me. It could be me. It could possibly be me. But I don't know where they're getting the money. Like, sincerely. Look at me in the eyes. Like, sincerely, I don't even know. It's less than minimum wage. Like, what is going on here, people?
there's a lot of people on here who have very big hearts.
That's the thing. They have a lot of big hearts. In our community, we have a lot of people that really give a fuck.
Yep.
Like they really
Yep.
do. You know, like I said, there's a lot of people here that support you and Katie. Like there's a lot of people here that really support you and Katie.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. We're not money people. We don't
No,
do
I'm
that
just
kind
saying,
of
like
stuff.
support you in general. You know what I mean? Like this, we have a very good community. And if you were to say, hey, we need this or something happened, they are very quick to want to help. Very
Yes.
quick to want to help.
Yes. Like if you
Anybody
guys
with anything, it doesn't even matter what it is. You know what I mean? You could say, I have to move tomorrow, and they would want to help you. You know what I mean? It's just like there's a lot of caring people. Like there's a lot
Yep.
of people with big hearts.
from finding you
People
an
take
RV
advantage of
site,
it. You know?
Yep, from finding you an RV site to helping you get packed to fuel to the whole nine. I mean, like that's the community. Like when any of us have had a problem, everybody's come together for one another to help. We've
Man,
built our own little village.
That's amazing. Like I never thought this existed or anything like that existed in general.
Right now,
There's a lot of
everybody's-
psychos on here, but there's also a lot of very good people. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Katie. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I just said right now I'm hoping it's going to work on finding Bubba.
Me too.
For the record, I'm the only one that really calls him Bubba.
Aw.
I think that's cute.
Aw, yeah.
What the sweetest.
We love his little sweet tea. What was it?
Green
The green
tea.
tea video. Yeah.
Oh, green tea.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, mama," and I said, "Oh, this is gonna be good. Hold on." And I pulled out my phone, and he went, "Green tea," and then I stopped recording. But right after that, he was like, he just thought he was the funniest person on planet Earth. I mean, he just started over laughing at himself. And I wish I'd have kept recording, but he did. No shit, y'all. He bent over laughing because he thought he was just so funny.
So
I tell you what though, man, he'll get a one-liner in there every once in a while,
Oh, he gets
and
it
you
in
just
there.
kind of like, really? Where'd you pull that out of?
Did you dude, that was a good one. And they come out of nowhere too when you're not expecting it, and you just like lose your place, and you're like, did you just verbally kick my ass?
That's cute.
Yeah, he seems like he has a big personality for such a young, for such a young guy, such a young kid.
He does
Yeah.
have a lot of personality. I mean, he's got that teenage attitude going on where he's all over the place. So one minute
Oh,
he's
yeah.
angry, and next minute he's laughing and joking, and the next minute he's like, "I'm going to my room."
Aw,
What are you doing? Nothing. I don't want to know.
such a sweet
But
baby too.
he's still young at heart too. Like mentally he's young. He still likes to play with his Legos, and he likes.
Hey, I'll play with Legos. Watch out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Right.
I like Legos too, though. So
Well, he has I think it's called Marble Run. It's where you can build. It's like a puzzle, but you build like little tracks, and it's got marbles, and they race down the tracks. It's super fun. But that's been one of his latest things that he'd been playing with. Was he was all about making his marble runs.
That's pretty cool. I was just
That's
gonna ask
so
what was his favorite thing to do. What was his favorite, his favorite toy, his favorite game?
Well, everybody in the world knows his favorite video game, Minecraft. But I don't know. He loves to play Mario Kart. He's got all the Mario games, Mario 8, Mario, all the Mario racing games. I can't remember all of them. The Superstars.
Okay, well, when Sebastian comes back, be prepared. We could even do this online through a panel. I don't know. I just want to kick his butt as Mario because I'm really good at those games. It's the only game I'm good at. Not any good at any more games on PlayStation. None of that. Just Mario. Any Mario.
Every time he hears of a new Mario game coming out, he's like, "I gotta have that one."
Mhm.
And we sit up with we've even got the little like wheels, the racing wheels.
Steering wheel.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That you put the little switch controller in and turn it into a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets serious. He'll be like, "You're going down."
That's too funny.
Well, the worst part is he kicks my butt half the time in it too.
So that's it, Mom. You're going down,
Mm-hmm.
kicking your butt.
Well, it's like the picture with him in front of the big trophy. That was a thing that we took him to for his birthday, and we let him pick his team. And I'll be darned if they didn't win.
Oh, that's cool. I
Mhm.
bet he was super
Wow.
stoked for that.
Well, it's one of those game show like experience things. So you go in and it's like you're on a game show because he loves watching game shows on the.
That's weird because I thought it was like for the debate team or something. I don't know why I thought that, but I didn't think. I thought it was like his, like not personally his, but like his group of people. And I don't know why, but I thought it was like a debate or something
On
team.
the Game Show Network. He's
Oh, fun.
obsessed with Family
Get
Feud.
after my own heart.
Loves Family Feud. Hell, he watches Wheel of Fortune with me. He don't never guess the puzzles. But I'm trying to remember the name of the other one that he likes watching. It's the one with the whammies.
Press your luck.
Quest your
Yeah.
luck.
Break the
Press
luck.
Your
Yeah.
Luck. He likes
Yeah.
that one too.
Big bucks, big bucks, big bucks. No whammy.
That used to be one of my favorites.
He sits in here. No whammies.
Let's say, what's his favorite color?
Green.
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 What was
Mine
his,
too.
Through and through. No questions asked.
what's his favorite subject in school?
Math.
Oh, that kind of depends. There's some days you like math, some days PE.
Oh,
Yeah, it depends on what they're
that's a
doing.
good
in
choice.
PE. It depends
good
on if he got to do what he wanted to do that day or not.
Yeah.
Sounds like me.
So what about The Price is Right? Did he like watching that?
No, he didn't really watch that one very much.
He would have been in school.
Family Feud is his favorite. That's his number one go-to.
Favorite food?
Oh God. Ooh.
Sushi.
Well, I was gonna say sushi, but tofu is a good contender.
No, he'll prefer
But
sushi.
plain tofu, not fried tofu.
Steamed.
Like
I have like 40 boxes he can have when he comes back.
steamed, no sauce.
Oh my goodness. It
That's
must
odd
be
for a kid.
for him.
Just plain tofu, warmed up. Eat it all day long. But sushi, I'd have to say is probably his number one favorite. But tofu's up there with it.
Okay, I gotta ask, who got him started on the tofu?
Oh,
So, well,
I don't even know how he got turned on that one. What was it?
he got turned on tofu because we went to it was either a pho or a Thai restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And we went to have, this was in California.
Now I remember.
Katie and I went and had, I think it was curry. And
They don't eat
he,
anything even remotely.
yeah,
spicy.
anything spicy, he just like, oh God, no. Pepper is like eating habanero pepper to him. I mean, that's how sensitive he is. But he didn't like anything on the menu. She was like, well, I have tofu. And he was like, tofu? And she was like, yeah. So she brought him a piece of it fried and a piece of it steamed for him to try. And he bit in the fried one and he was like, ugh. But when she let him have the piece of that steamed, I don't think he could get it in his mouth fast enough. And that included the entire cube. It was ridiculous.
He's braver than me. A lot of people with like autism, like taste of food. Okay, like so if you taste something and it doesn't taste right, you won't eat any more of it. I'm like that. But apparently he wasn't like that. He would give another piece of tofu a try. I wouldn't. If I didn't like the fried, I'd say I'm not even doing the steamed.
But ever since then,
That's
he's
just me
been
though.
strung on tofu.
Stronger than me.
Oh my goodness, that is
See, you
such
know
a
what?
great
All it takes is
food.
a kid to try it one time, you know?
Mhm.
If they like something, you know what I mean? They'll try it once and be like loving it.
Oh yeah, he loves fish. Like if you offer the kid fish or steak, it's fish every time, no questions asked.
I
I
got.
think that's
fish for
amazing because you
you.
know I mean that's good for you too, you know?
He eats pretty healthy. He likes his vegetables. He loves the little sweet peppers and bell peppers, and he eats
Oh, that's good for him then.
like
You know?
squash and zucchini. I mean, Brussels sprouts. Oh my God! Every single time we go to the store, Mom, will you make Brussels sprouts?
Okay.
That's awesome. It's really hard to get kids to eat like that. So that's
Well,
Yeah,
awesome.
it is.
What's worse is I'm sitting here cutting them up, trying to prep them to cook them, and he's eating them raw fast as I can cut them.
What's his favorite junk food?
Anything chocolate?
Anything with sugar
Yeah.
in it. Nutella.
I was gonna say probably cookies, Nutella, chocolate, something, you know what I mean?
Honestly, chocolate malt, extra malt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
Yeah.
heard that story on Clue the other night. Tell that story, Chris. That's
So,
I could eat that every day.
him and my
And French
stepdad went
fries.
out, and they wound up going to Culver's. I don't know if y'all have Culver's out there. It's like a burger joint, and they have shakes and malts and things like that. Well, my stepdad always had malts growing up as a kid, and they ordered it, and Sebastian didn't know what it was, and my stepdad ordered him one, and he got it, and oh my God! Anytime we go to Culver's, can I get a malt? Extra malt, chocolate, extra malt. I was like, good Lord, kid. And I mean, he is a malt fanatic. He loves them.
Katie,
yum.
did you know that you can buy just that malted milk powder in the grocery store?
I
It's
have
gonna
it.
be. You have it?
Yeah, I make him milkshakes at home sometimes.
Mhm.
Oh man, sometimes I'll do that. I'll put a little scoop of that in my chocolate milk.
I got you a better one.
I quit buying Nesquik because the last time I got Nesquik powder, he just ate it with a spoon.
He did that with the malt powder.
Dude, you can't
It's
do
good.
that.
I don't blame him. It's good. Just
I mean, it
plain.
is, but
Yum.
dang on, like straight to the spoon.
The powder. Oh my lordy. Oh, I'm dying laughing just because I love the powder kind. You don't do the syrup. You do the powder all the time. Just powder. Sorry, my camera's over here. I'm busy looking over there. But yeah, so That's how I always have it. That's funny that's how I gained weight. I had to stop drinking chocolate milk like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Just no milk.
Summertime, you know.
I went to bed one night. I woke up the next morning and I was like, what the hell? Why is this container empty? What are you doing?
It's great. 'cause there's been-
I used to do that with icing.
oh no, he's done a couple of good ones where like so he knows like my rule is if you empty the jar, just throw it away. I don't care, throw it away.
And then tell us we need more.
Yeah, no. This knucklehead decided one night to eat everything out of the jar, put the lid back on it, set it back in the cabinet, put the spoon in the sink, and then he goes to bed. Gets up and you find it and you're like, hey, why did you eat it? I didn't. Yeah, and the chocolate is all over his face. Like, you forget to wipe your face.
Busted.
Man, like, yeah.
Like, dude, you're allowed to get a snack, but don't eat all the sugar in the world. You already can't sleep.
Sounds like a typical teenager.
Or something.
Sounds like a typical teenage boy thing to do.
All day long. Like, make yourself a peanut butter and jelly with, like half a teaspoon of peanut butter and 5 tablespoons of jelly.
Jelly coming out all 4 sides on the bread.
Mm-hmm. And then again, he loves peanut butter too. So he's Swiss cheese. Good Lord, Swiss cheese. The child likes.
You know
Swiss
what?
cheese.
I just thought of this. Like, you know how they are kind of laughing and everything. Could you imagine that you haven't been able to talk about your child to really anybody but your significant other for the last 80 some days we're in? I'll check the exact amount, but I think that's why they're more talkative this time. I think they're like, it's just like kind of therapeutic for them to talk about it. That's just my observation anyway.
Every single time we go to the store, Mom, can I get some Swiss?
Get some Swiss.
Oh, the only one that eats Swiss cheese.
Like, yeah, but you're responsible for eating it, right? And like, not just any Swiss, like baby Swiss and lacy Swiss, like the worst, stinkier Swiss. And then he likes to come over near me and be like, and wave it near my face. I'm like, bleh.
Good job.
I love it. He tortures with cheese.
Yes.
And he likes ham, but he wants the Virginia brand ham. So we got to go to the deli counter and get his Virginia brand ham.
That's
See, mine like
autism in them.
pineapple ham. That's bad. Gemini, you're up here with us. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Hanging in there, chit chatting. What's up?
Oh, I'm just minding my business while not minding my business. I guess that's why I came up here. So
come join the conversation, huh?
Does he not know?
Hey, I don't mind. I mean, I'm looking at the conversation, even though it's probably evolved from the main topic. But when I'm seeing this social media stalking, heckling, harassment, lies, and rumors, et cetera, I was like, okay, I'm down for that. We can chop it up. The only thing is I've had one too many sippy cups, so now I have to behave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say you're down for stalking and harassment? Because I really don't like that.
Yes, I'm down for that conversation.
I'm picking, hun. You said you had too many sippy cups. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, which means I'm still actually become sharper. So the fact that I'm still coherent and can understand what you say after all my sippy cups is probably my superpower. But maybe I'm lying. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. How you doing, man?
As he picks up
Or this morning. I don't know.
He wasn't done. He's like, as he picks up his sippy cup.
I don't know y'all area codes. I'm assuming it's night. It's night for me. It's a night and it's full of trouble and booze.
It is nighttime and I'm in Wyoming. I live by Yellowstone in the middle.
Why, oh my, oh why?
I'm in Minnesota.
Quite beautiful.
I'm in Illinois. About 3 hours.
I know she goes to the Springs Voices anyway.
Chicago.
Oh gosh, so I'm the only one that's in a hated state. I'm in Florida. Yeah, y'all all in a safe state. See, nobody's talking bad about Wyoming, Illinois. Like, oh, but Florida's like Florida, man, breaking now. I'm like, gosh, dog, give me a break. Hey,
I don't know. We're only 2 states north of you, so.
What was it? Yeah. Florida man strikes again.
Oh yeah, Florida man lives on forever, definitely. How y'all doing? What's up? Don't let me slow down the conversation. I'm just listening to y'all.
We're just chit chatting, kind of, just hanging out.
Yeah, kicking the bobo, as I would say, but I guess I'm giving away my age when I talk like that. Yeah, we're just out here kicking the bobo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, these YouTube streets, I will say this, and I'm gonna ask questions. So, has any of y'all personally experienced that? Because I'm new to the YouTube streets. I try to stay private, and some people get nosy. They want to know more about your real life, even though I think my this persona is probably more exciting than my real life as being a daddy and a hubby and all that. So, I mean, has any of y'all had drama in these YouTube streets, like outside, where it started in YouTube and it spilled into your real life?
Yeah, you're on Queen Bee's live right now. She's got like the bear and Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn just keeps trying to sue her. He must be new. I don't think he's new. He might be trolling.
Yeah, quite a bit. I guess maybe, I don't know if you probably missed a little bit of this.
Yeah, I missed it. I'm trying to catch up.
Okay, so basically we're talking to the parents. Their child is he's missing right now, and so we were just kind of going over some stuff that he liked and visiting with the parents and stuff like that. So
that is crazy.
Yeah, so just kind of hanging out. That's why, and they're being heckled and harassed and talk shit too, and people are following them and stalking them. And imagine that your kid goes missing, or something goes on, then you got the fucking internet doing and saying stupid shit, making up rumors and lies, and just heckling and harassing and bugging up.
Digging
That's
into
what's going on right now. So we was just having a serious little talk. You know what I'm saying? She was reminiscing about her baby and chit chatting, just shooting the shit. That's all we was doing.
Giving them a safe place.
Yeah.
And honestly,
stuff like this I take serious. I'm listening.
Yeah.
And we were learning about Sebastian because it seems to be sometimes he gets lost in all the
chaos.
Yes. Yeah. And we were just giving a couple of parents an ability to share with us their little things about him.
Man, oh, I couldn't even imagine, because I say this, I have 3 kids and I have 2 older kids, i.e. teenagers, right? So teenage son, teenage daughter, and then I have a little one who's will be 2 later this year. And so when it comes to parenting, I understand every aspect as far as just, I don't have any adult kids, but just that dynamic of having a teenage dealing with that energy, and then having a youthful young kid, right? And that's one thing I'm always conscious of, being out here on any platform, not just YouTube, just because people have an energy, and sometimes the humanity gets lost on here. And I like just capping and jaw jacking and kicking the bobo and doing all this crazy stuff. But then sometimes you cross that line, and then that's when you see the parent side of me rise up, or the big brother, or whatever you want to call it and stuff. So I missed a lot, but I would say this, like, what stops any of y'all from wanting to just quit and just be like, you know what, I'm done with this social media, this is too much for me, and I'm no longer logging in? Like, what keeps you with that goal to continue to want to do this?
Subscribers to me, you guys.
These moments right here right now, where we've got the parents that have a missing child, and we were able to completely get lost for half hour, 45 minutes, and just sit and have a conversation and provide exactly what we had in that moment. And our regularly scheduled programming. Sorry about the interruption. Hey, Katie, let's talk about the fancy Alpine lace cheese. I'm not.
I guess he left.
I am totally not a fan of it. It smells but you know what? When it melts, oh man, you can melt that over some ham and make
Thanks,
a panini.
Ashley.
Oh, Grandma loves a good panini.
I'll be right back.
Agree to disagree. I don't like Swiss at all. But like I told Sebastian, people are allowed to have different flavors. People are allowed to like different things. And if he likes it, more power to him. I support him liking something I don't like. I think that's a valuable lesson.
I think that's a very valuable lesson.
It's funny how, like, when you sit back and think about little things like that, like it's a life lesson over some stupid cheese that stinks. But, who loves that stupid cheese? I still have it in the fridge.
Well, favorite cereal?
Different every time we buy a box.
Anything with sugar.
Well, he was on Lucky Charms pretty hard for a while.
No, he was on the Reese's Pieces.
Well, that was the next thing I was gonna say, and then he went on Reese's Pieces for a while. He was on that s'mores cereal for a little while. He went on a kick for that.
Sounds like me.
Oh,
yeah,
I do that.
Really good.
Get hooked on one food.
Occasionally he'll eat frosted mini wheats, so that's kind of cool.
Or even Raisin
Yeah.
Bran, but he got off Raisin Bran. I don't know what happened. Like one day he just decided he didn't like raisins anymore.
I used to eat Raisin Bran, and I'd pick out the raisins, or my mother would. And she's like, "Why can't I buy bran flakes?" The same thing. No, I like to pick out the raisins.
Well, raisins can be deceptive.
I'm telling you.
Have you
he's
ever
my
thought you were
spirit
getting a
animal.
chocolate chip cookie and it turns out to be an oatmeal raisin?
Yep.
Ugh, deceptive.
Yep.
Yep. There you go. We're heartbreaking in that right there.
Yes, isn't it though? Isn't it? Like
I
we
don't know
both had that
if that
complaint.
thing. I don't know if it's ooey and gooey, and then you got a bowl of ice cream to put with it. I don't know. I
Oh.
can get down. I can get behind that.
I don't
Okay.
know. His favorite drink ever is just milk. But
Milk?
he loves the Martinelli's apple juice, specifically the Martinelli's in the glass bottle, not the
Yes.
plastic ones, Mom.
He wants a grenade. He's got to have a grenade.
That glass grenade. Yes, it's the
Yep.
glass shape
He
of
don't
the
want
apple.
the
Yes.
plastic ones. Don't buy him the plastic ones. He has to have it in glass because he's bougie like that. We went to when we were, I think it was Costco, when we were in there, and I was like, "Oh, Bubba, they got your apple juice," and he said, "Well, hold on," and he went over and tapped on it. And he said, "That's not the right one, Mom. I don't even want that." Okay.
It tastes different in the glass bottle than it does the plastic bottle. I get it.
Is it that apple juice that's in the glass bottle? I think I know what you're talking about. It's pretty expensive, isn't it, compared to like just like a regular thing of apple juice? So I wonder if that's like, I think that's like trendy to be drinking right now, isn't it? Because I've seen people drink it on social media, but I don't know. So maybe that's where he got it from, you know?
Well, that's just like a Coke. I don't
Because
care
at
who
that
you
age,
are.
you want to
You got
impress
Coke in a
people.
can, and a bottle, and a glass bottle, and a fountain drink. And by far, the ones in the glass bottles, and then the fountain drinks, and then a canned Coke, and then you got plastic bottles.
Oh no. I
But
like
if it's
them.
a canned Coke in a cooler full of ice, a canned Coke on ice, that is almost as good as a glass bottle of Coke.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, actually, look, you prefer the American or the Mexican?
I actually
Oh,
like
yeah.
Mexican Coca-Cola much better than I
The
like
Mexican
American
Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola.
because they use real cane
Yeah,
sugar
it's
instead of
sugar.
that corn syrup.
Yes.
Mhm.
I here in Wyoming, they make Pepsi, and
Ugh.
we have it all with real sugar here too.
But you know what? Sebastian won't touch anything carbonated. Nothing. He hates carbonation.
Interesting.
I think it's a sensory issue thing for him.
Yep, the bubbles.
He can't stand anything even lightly carbonated. He can't stand it.
We read that.
I
That's
think
We read that in a article not too long ago, and as soon as they said in the article, if you find Sebastian, like give him something to eat and drink, but don't give him soda because he hates the carbonation. And that was like one of the first things I feel like we really heard about Sebastian, other than like his favorite color is green, and like he likes, play games. It was something like, I don't know, more personal to him.
interesting.
because he's got sensory issues, but
Mhm.
each kid, person, everything is, unique to them. And for him, carbonation is a hard no. He has never drank a soda a day in his life. He's had a sip and hated every single time.
Funny, he didn't like that, but he likes his sugar in a different format, not in a liquid format then.
Yeah, unless it's like chocolate milk.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be the carbonation bubbles then.
Yeah, carbonation specifically. Because I mean, I do the flavored waters, and he was really into it with me. So every day we'd go and we'd make our like little water talks, and we'd do different recipes. We got a whole water bar set up, and he'd help me pick out flavors, and he'd make his own waters.
Mhm.
But I use sparkling water sometimes, and he would every once in a while he would grab my drink and drink it because he was being funny, and he's like, "Oh, I drink your water." Well, he every once in a while he'd grab it, and it would have carbonated water in it, and he'd take one sip and be like, I'd be like, "That's why you don't drink people's drinks without asking, dude."
My mom did that to me one time. She gave me carbonated water. I hated it. I was like, this is the most disgusting thing I ever did. Like, why'd you do this to me? That's so crazy. She did the same to him.
I'm trying to roll through and see. Chat was asking some pretty good questions.
So has he ever eaten? Did he like Pop Rocks?
No, he does not like Pop Rocks.
Probably the feeling of that, I mean,
He's weird. Like when he first got glasses, it was really difficult to transition and to get like accustomed to that. He's been in them for years and years now, so he's used to it. But like hats, he likes hats, but he can't stand wearing them.
Okay.
So he tries, but he only manages to wear them for like a few minutes, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm done. Get it off me."
Did he prefer like sweats over jeans
Um,
or shorts over pants?
he likes shorts over pants, but once he gets transitioned into pants, so like in the fall, once the weather turns and it's no longer acceptable short weather, once he gets used to wearing pants, it's not a problem. He wears them every day without a question. But it's the transition, So like when the weather starts getting warm, he'll start when he can start wearing shorts again, and then that's all he wants to wear, if that
Yep.
makes sense.
Just another troll said, I'm the same with makeup. I love collecting it, but hate wearing it.
That's me.
So for him, it's
Well, you know what? I got the same thing with money. I love collecting it, but I hate spending it. So.
I agree.
good luck.
Agreed, right?
No, for him, I don't necessarily think he had like a significant preference of pants over shorts so much as it was whatever he's accustomed to wearing.
Right.
So like once he transitions into pants, he gets used to just throwing pants on every day and he doesn't try to wear shorts. Vice versa. Like even at night, like so it goes fluid. So like he'll wear sleep pants when he's, in the wearing pants phase. And then when we transition back to shorts, he actually starts wearing shorts to bed too, like his pajama shorts and stuff. So he tends to be reasonably consistent.
Nice. Did you guys do like very structured routine like that? Like did it like the structured routine in life, or could you just go by the seat of your pants and he would be cool to go along with the ride, or was it one of those that you have to prepare? I know
So
changing gears can be hard.
mixed answer on that. So overall, yes, he does much better when he is on a regular routine. And thank you. So like for getting up at about the same time every day and having the same routine to get up and get ready to get out the door, and nighttime routine, taking medicine, taking shower, getting ready for bed, same thing in the morning, getting up, brush your chair, brush your teeth, put your clothes on, make your bed, take your medicine, get your backpack, are you hungry? Do you want to take food for lunch or do you want school lunch? That type of thing. And then, he leaves at the same time every day. But at the same time, it's like after school, once, if we've got to go to the store, it's not a huge problem if it's all of a sudden like, oh no, we need to run to the grocery store, so he's easily able to do that for the most part. So yes, he's able to just like go run some errands and things like that, but he's also, for the most part, we try to keep him on a regular routine so that he functions better. If you have sporadic bedtimes and everything, then he starts having more difficulty with being on track and on task and everything, or he'll he doesn't really sleep very well. So
Right.
his sleep routine has never been specific, but it's it's downtime, it's quiet time, it's you remove the stimulus, screen time shuts off at the same time every day so that you have that decompression time. And we have the the night lights and the little fidgets for the self-stimming and everything, because that's you can't make them just do nothing, but
Right.
it's turning off all the screens and okay, we're going to be quiet, I understand you're not necessarily going to sleep, but you're going to lay in the bed and relax.
I saw a couple of people asking about what temperatures that he likes. Is he a cool person? Is he a warm person?
he
Like I'm hot-blooded.
he prefers to be inside. And the inside stays pretty consistent.
And
But I will say
that's cool.
he absolutely loves going swimming. So I mean, he loves the summer because he can get out and he can go swimming,
water,
and
baby.
we can do more stuff.
Yep.
We did a lot more of it when we were in California. We used to go hiking a lot. They have like, I know they have it here, but they have like waterfalls and beach
Yeah.
hiking and everything out there that we used to go to, and he really enjoyed that. But then again, he also really loves going outside and building and having snow fights. When we had that rain, or not rain, but the frozen snow, when it was too cold to even make a snowman.
Oh, around Thanksgiving time.
We were still outside throwing,
Snowballs.
ice at each other. He was trying his best to make snowballs, but it wound up just being throwing handfuls of fluff across the yard.
Girl, it
But
snowed on me today.
I mean, he for the most part though, he likes being inside. He's the kind of kid that would rather play video games and be inside hanging out than outside playing football, but he does like going out, and he likes playgrounds, and he loves like the trampoline places and running and
Now, this is what you say when they ask you about your son. You don't say, he's unique. Okay, anything else? Like, you know what I mean? Like they're telling them a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff about Sebastian.
and
It's
yes,
really
he
nice
does
to
like to
hear.
read Minecraft books.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
So we go to Barnes and Noble every so often, and he picks out books. And the only ones that he has genuinely showed interest in, and even read more than once, they have Minecraft novels.
Are you
And
kidding me?
I am not. They're actually thick. They're a couple hundred pages. And I bought him all the ones that we could find, and he loves them.
So they're chapter Minecraft books.
Actual storybooks.
Ooh, all right. I got a little guy in my world that likes those. So
I didn't even know they made those.
I had no
Barnes-
idea. But that,
Look up at Barnes and Noble. I think one of them is called Voyage or Voyager. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look. But
I just wrote it down, so I'll find it. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome. He likes Barnes and Noble because there's Starbucks in there too.
Ooh.
Double whammy. Get the books
Freaking
in the Starbucks.
stupid cake pops.
Oh, those are my daughter's favorite.
Every single time we're near a Starbucks, Mom, can we get a cake pop?
Never fails.
Both the kids love them to death. I'm like, for the cost of one of those cake pops, I can buy a cake mix and make y'all a dozen cake pops.
Not the same though, Mom.
It's
No, but
not
those-
the same. It
they're
doesn't
not.
have the face.
Those Starbucks cake pops, like I don't know what they put in them, crack something. Like they are so good.
He's
Red
very
number 7.
particular. He's very, very particular.
What kind of cake pop would he choose?
All of them.
All of them.
Right. Any of them doesn't matter. Any
It
of
don't matter
them,
what it is.
They're all good.
You'd probably take the chocolate one, then the birthday cake one,
The cookies and cream when they have it.
and then his last one he would probably choose is either gonna be vanilla or strawberry.
Strawberry. He would go for the strawberry. But normally it's like if they got one of the silly, like, I don't know what to call it. Like their little, you know how they always have one that's like extra. It's got like a face or something fun for the kids on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He would go for that one if they have it.
I can't honestly because I don't live where there's Starbucks. I'm sorry. So I'm trusting you on this. We don't have those. The closest one is like 100 miles away. So
They do
I'm trusting you.
decorated cake pops sometimes.
I like their pumpkin bread.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
pumpkin is the
Mhm.
best.
The cake pops change with each season.
Mhm.
Interesting. Oh, okay. See, I'm missing out on something.
Is she wearing Ugg boots too?
No, I got a pair of snow boots. They're not Uggs.
Oh,
Those
They're
of us that live in snow can't wear Ugg boots. They don't last.
No,
You have to wear actual winter boots.
yeah, we have to wear those Sorel packs. We
Mm.
can't get away with Uggs.
They don't call us Minnesota for nothing.
that ain't the truth.
Why snowming? Yeah.
You know, surprisingly, he likes the Starbucks refresher drinks.
I like the pink drink. That's my favorite.
He likes that one. He liked the what was it, the acai swirl one? Or no, dragon fruit swirl.
Oh yeah, that one's really good.
He loves dragon fruit and mango.
Hmm.
Mangoes are pretty good though. I got to give him that.
Well, we did a thing where we agreed that when we go to the grocery store, we go through the produce section, and if they look decent, because sometimes things just are no good, but we try every time we find something we've never had before, and we'll buy one, and we will try it.
Nice.
I
Nice.
used to do that with my kids when they were younger. My kids are all adults now, but yeah, I used to do that with my girls. It was fun.
I also live where the produce section is a little questionable at best. So again, I'm missing out on all the fun things. You guys sound like you got way more fun stuff than I do.
Well, it's how he found out that he absolutely loves mangoes, but he does not like star fruit, but he loves dragon fruit.
I didn't like starfruit either. That was kind of weird.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there, and then we can watch the rest of it tomorrow because I'm gonna put together a presentation for you guys as well. I am going to put the I have it in my description. And I've been putting it in the chat all night. The link to the video if you guys want to watch all of it. And in its entirety. There was some stuff in the beginning about they were laughing about T-Revs rapping and talking about, I believe, like Seth and Tony in the beginning. And then I'll be back tomorrow. We'll play the other half. The other half, there's a couple more people that come on panel like throughout the live, and we'll learn more about Sebastian. And then I'm going to do like a presentation for you guys of some sort, you know, like get down to the facts. Remember, we had facts in this case. They're not very many, but we have some. So, like, you know, just like if we were just going over the storyline, not digging if we don't dig deep, because, you know, there's been a lot that's come out in this case that shouldn't have came out. Truly. And you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube once it's already out there, you know? So I'm hopeful that he is out there safe, but if he's not, I thought that they would need to research where they've already searched, you know, like go back to the house and search out that way. But I guess they've already been doing that. They've been researching the 5-mile radius that they've like additionally searched. So it's literally a waiting game. Now, I hope this little boy's case doesn't turn into a Madalena Kojikari case or a Summer Wells, you know, where these kids just are gone. Michael Vaughn, you know, we kind of know who did that, but still no one in custody. So it's just crazy. Ashley, you be careful with them. They do taste nasty. The mushrooms I consume come from my local Kroger store. I love Kroger. I shop there too. So she said, yes, you can. You have not been poor, my dear. I'll get it back in the tube. This sounds like something my mom would have said. She would have damn near tried to till she couldn't get it back. She would have thought of a way. She would have cut the bottom, put the toothpaste back in the tube that way, and then like rolled the end of it so it would come out the other end. That's exactly what she would do. My mom she was pretty smart when she needed to be. She was very smart. Except for when she super glued her hand to the floor one time. I'm like, what did you do that for, Mom? And it's because she was trying to get the tile to go down. I guess one of the tiles had come up in the bathroom and she was trying to fix it. But I think that's probably why they're laughing and stuff here. Because like, look at me, I'm laughing and I lost my mom and it's devastating. You know, it's devastating. But when you talk about someone that you love, it brings that out, you know, like it brings out that part of you. I know. And they don't have him. I know, West. Michael Vaughn's, man, they're all sad. But, you know, we come across some really horrible cases. Right, Terry, it didn't help him at all. Tony's not helping at all. I don't know. We've already went over this a million times, but I don't know who in their right mind would say, take the wheel, Tony. When we went over it the other night, Caleb Harris's, and we ought to go over the second half. Caleb Harris's interviews with his parents. Randy had them on national TV within 2 days. Randy and his wife, they seemed like they were calm for what they were going under. They knew what they needed. They needed the public's help. They were very well composed. They looked nice. You know what I mean? Like they were just there. Now Tony didn't get them really anything, as far as I know. He kept saying, we're going to go national. He was saying that with Caleb's case too. So not only is he saying that with Sebastian's, like, sorry, YouTubers, we're going national, but he said it in Caleb's case as well. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. Hey, Terry, did you see my message about the reward? I didn't see if you wrote back. It was getting a little crazy in here. That was enough for you, Tammy. Me too. We had about an hour and a half of that, so. Oh. Ashley. I'm like, oh, and then I just laugh because she's sounds like me. Can't get on the plane yet. That's me when I go to California. I have actually felt hunger though. I've been really poor at one point. I was really poor. Really, really poor. It didn't last long, but it lasted long enough for me to know what hunger feels like. Now, my grandfather, he was born in the Great Depression, and he used to deliver papers, and he started saving his money as soon as he started delivering like papers. He said that he never wanted to feel hunger again. And my granddaddy had lots of money. Let me tell you. They didn't buy like anything. Like my mom got like 2 pairs of shoes for the whole year, like for a birthday and like Christmas or something. And they were really for school. And they really didn't buy them a whole lot. Tony is doing a disservice to both boys. Yeah. And exactly 2 high profile cases at once. I said, what happens if Caleb, like something pops off in Caleb's case and then something pops off in Sebastian's? It kind of happened the other night. Sebastian had his vigil and Caleb had that interview with his whole family on Jennifer Coffindaffer. It was like same couple of days, like within a couple of days of each other. So he already had to pick where he's going to be, because if he's supposed to be the spokesperson, he should have been with the family. They had Pop there. Oh, Pop. Grandpa was there. Grandma was there. His sister, his mom and dad. I'm like, they're doing all the work. Caleb's parents are doing all the work. But he has a GoFundMe. But it's in Caleb's dad's name. It's in his name, but it goes to his dad. So I hope. She's getting right with Jesus right now. Looking like Willie Nelson on his best day. I hope she feels better. I hate going to the hospital. I hate it. I'll fight it. I will fight. I broke my leg one night and the metal rod was in there and they were like, we're going to have to, I went to the hospital, I went to Ohio State because I live like an hour and 15 minutes from there, like where I lived before. Drove all the way up there with freaking, my shin was killing me. And they're like, yep, you broke it. He's like, you can either like just hang out with it like it is, or I can bandage it for you and you can go see your, your surgeon tomorrow, or we can replace the rod tonight. And I was like, we ain't going backwards in time, buddy. You ain't replacing no rod. I was like, patch me up. I'm going home. Can I have something for the pain? Like an Advil or something like, and so he gave me like something low, hydrocodone, not even hydrocodone. It was something lower than that. And I went to see the doctor the next day. So we didn't have to take a rod out. I just had a broken leg. Just a broken leg. Oh my gosh, so low. I did them once when I was like younger, in my 20s. Had to have been like my early 20s. Like I'm like talking like 20, 21, 22 maybe. And I remember going home and my mom was like talking to me and I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, what's going on with life? I think we've all done a little something crazy. Yeah, no, the shrooms I have. Squeaky. They're pretty. First time I was like, what is this? And the second time I was like, oh, okay. Okie dokie. I have too high of anxiety to do like hallucinogens because I'm already anxious. Like I would think that I have Nancy over here. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Whoa. Ashley, I should send you Nancy. That would really freak you out. I have her standing right here. I had her folded down, like, so she's cardboard, and I forgot I had it behind the door, and I haven't used it in so long because I kind of forgot she was back there. So we closed the door today to the closet, and we're like, oh, there she is. If you don't know who I'm talking about, let me grab her. Come here, Nance. Gotta put her behind me so you can see her. Oh, look, you can't see her head. Oh, you can't see her at all. Which way are we going? She gotta go this. There she is. Everyone will get a kick out of that because like a lot of people don't like Nancy. There's a lot of people that don't like. I love her. I love Nancy. I've loved her ever since I was a kid. She's very opinionated, but she's very sweet at the same time. She's very sweet. She likes to interrupt people, the same time for IT at Windsor Castle. We know that. But yeah. I want to go next year. Yeah, because we were supposed to, Mary Beth, I was supposed to go this year, but I didn't realize it was this soon. I thought it was in like September, October for some reason. Because Vincent would have taken me. I mean, we could have done that this weekend. We want to do something anyway. Oh, but we got these desks up and they're so nice. I'm gonna have to take pictures of everything when we get it all done. Like this is going to be removed, this fireplace. My sign, I think, is going to go on this back wall. My chair will be there. And then Vincent has the same setup as me, except for my monitors are a little bit different. And he has the same desk. It's like adjustable and it's really nice. He put these all together today. And these chairs, he put this chair together for me. Look at that. Put a whole chair together with the headrest. No more brown chair for me. And you could put these little things up here. The armrest, you could put them up and then I could tuck my feet underneath. I could Indian style sit. Y'all, I'm ready to do lives now. They're kind of loud when they squeak in there, like click in. Oh no, Solo. Nancy, I like her, respect her, strong woman. She is. She's definitely strong. I mean, 48 years old and she was pregnant with kids. She does speak the truth. And that's what I like about her. I really do love her. I really do. We could do that, Mary Beth. I would definitely, if I did go to CrimeCon, I would definitely do something where I go somewhere and meet everybody where it's like free to go. Do you know what I mean? Like a restaurant, bar, somewhere. Probably don't want me in a bar. Yeah, but cut out of Nancy Grace. I do, Kevin. I do. We got her. When did we get Nancy? Did we get Nancy? I think we got her when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Maybe not. I think we didn't have 10,000. And then because we got the sign whenever I hit 5,000. We hit 5,000 and then I think it was 8,000 or something for Nancy. And now we're almost up to 16,000. 16,000. I always try to imagine that many people because it's hard sometimes when you're like live to, imagine that many people. But yeah, we had 1,300 in here the other night. I was like, hot damn. The more people, the more extroverted I become. It's really weird. I don't know, y'all. You have to be here. Just make sure you're here. So I'm extroverted. I don't know what it is. I think it's because like I feed off people's energy. I do that. And that's why I didn't think I was autistic. And now they said today I am. I'm like, what the heck? Roseanne, yeah, she's not very nice to our guest. No, I think she is, but sometimes she does cut them off and stuff. So draw. I wonder what's going on over on TikTok and Tony Mathis. Let's go check real quick. That guy's a fry short of a Happy Meal. What? I'm like, what is this girl doing? I'm on TikTok. I shouldn't be looking. Sebastian's Army. They have one video up too. So wait, do they have more? No, they don't. I don't understand why you would make a TikTok. You get up to 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers because you have to have 1,000 followers to go live. He goes live every other night or there for a while every night. And he can't put a video up because when your live is over with, it's deleted. No more live. So if you're not watching it live, you can't even rewind it. Like if you're watching it live, you can't go back to the beginning. You can only watch it live. And when it's over, it's over. You can't, keep it. So they have 3,221 followers so they can go live. I need some more. So if you want to look me up on TikTok, that'd be great. And then they have this video, this little, that's it. That's the whole video. Like, what is going on? I know, Kevin. I thought maybe he'd be on here tonight. But yeah, look, that's all I have on here. That's like the only people I look at is Tony Mathis, Sebastian. It's like bad. Man, people are just like, I don't even know any of these people other than JLR. Like this kid looks like he'd get on my nerves. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say anything. I shouldn't say that, but he does. This one right here in the corner. Oh, let's listen to him.
Rogers, new spokesperson. There needs to be less of the live streams because he's on like live streams for hours.
I agree
and
with
hours
that.
on end.
But yeah, no, he does. He looks like he has something. That was one of the questions she asked me today. Oh my God, I do it. She said, my counselor, whatever, the person was giving me the test, she said something like, do you talk about people? And I'm like, no, never. And I'm like, well, wait. I'm like, what do you mean? Because everybody has pillow talk at night when they talk to their significant other about stuff. I was like, I can't deny that. And she's like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I was like, then yeah, put me on the list. Because I don't talk bad. I just say things, this happened today, oh my gosh, can you believe that? Or, Vincent will say something to me. Can you believe this? Things like that. Where did all these creators come from? Are most of them new to YouTube? DM, I think there's a lot of new people coming to YouTube. I really, really do. I think a lot of TikTokers are coming to YouTube. I'd hate to say that they're not going to do well because they could on the short video feed. But TikTokers, they're known to do short form content, and YouTubers are known to do long content. And that's why it's a lot harder to gain subscribers on YouTube than it is to get followers on TikTok because the videos are so quick. People, will just click subscribe to all of them. I get on there, Reno, every once in a while. I'll get on TikTok, just usually here. Or if I'm posting a video, I post like videos of like transformations and stuff. Like, I mean, it's not really anything to do with true crime, but I do talk about true crime on there as well. I do have 2 pages, but I don't want to have a third, like a personal page. You know what I mean? I don't need a personal page. I don't talk to anybody. I don't talk to anyone. Yeah, YouTube Shorts. Yeah, so I think they would do good on the YouTube short feed. I try to put shorts up too. I actually have one that's really funny up there right now. I'm wearing glasses. I removed my prosthetic eye and couldn't get it back in. And I was waiting on Vincent to come back from his mom's. We were in California, so I'm wearing sunglasses in the hotel and I'm just laughing because I'm like, couldn't believe myself. I have Instagram for titanium built. Like, so my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, those were all my accounts, whatever, before I got on the platform. So all my old videos are up. Like, I don't delete anything. I have pictures on my Facebook from when I was in high school. I don't delete anything. It's probably a bad thing, you know. Have they? Need to know? I'll say we were just on his Twitter. That would be good news if they did. That would be nice. That'd be real nice. Maybe we go over there and look. Did you know that Shanley Painter, the Court TV news anchor, she left them? I think she's at Fox now. Doesn't say anywhere on here that he is. So I don't think that he is quite yet. You didn't have Facebook when you were in high school? Lenora, I don't think we did when I was in high school either. I think I was older. I want to say I was in my 20s, actually. Like 20, something like that. Oh, yay. Thanks, Mary Beth. You're always good at reminding people. Hit that like button for me and Mary Beth. I do have some old videos. I should show them to you guys sometime on my just wherever. Even on my TikTok. I wonder what I have on there. Who knows? Half of my videos are muted right now because of the stupid copyright thing. It was MySpace. It was, Tammy. And then it was ICQ before that. That little birdie sound would make like a noise. And then before that was chat rooms. Oh, God. I was like 12 or 13 in there with my girlfriends in a chat. Well, we had no business being in there. Now that I'm 38, I'm like, what were we doing? We were just talking. I didn't have a cell phone until I was 17, I believe, when I got a cell phone. It was my brother's old Motorola phone. It had the antenna that was like this much and you pull it up. It was like a television remote. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. But I used it. My dad had a car phone. He loved that car. He didn't use the phone much, but he had a car phone. Very weird. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's what. So yeah, like we'll have to do a live about that whole people be making so much money on YouTube because I'm like, what? I don't know. I love doing this. That's why I do it. I really do. I love being here every night. I told the lady I was talking to today. She's like, what do you look forward to every day? I said, this, coming in live, talking to my friends, talking to my peeps, talking to my fam. Because a lot of you guys are like family. You really are. If you're not here, we talk, you know. If you don't email me, I'll email you. It may take me a little while, but I'll get there. I'm horrible at emails. But I'm going to get better at that. Hopefully now that I got my new desk and I have so much more room, like the other desk I had was L-shaped and it was a huge farmhouse desk, like huge. So this just feels better. And this chair feels better. It's kind of sat upright, but well, it's a lot better than the old one. So Ruby Frankie made a crap ton of money, Roseanne, but she had 3 million followers. See, like if your videos do good, you can make a lot of money. You can, but you need like millions of views. Like if you're getting thousands of views, you're getting pennies. Like you're not getting a lot. That's why whenever people are like, this person has this much money and like they don't say how much they did. Oh, sorry guys. They just say like, you know, this person gets paid so much. I'm just like, what? Who? How do we do this? What's going on here? Do I not have enough ads on for you guys? I'm just kidding. I did that one night. I put extra. I turned it from low to medium on the ads because I didn't think it would do it to the live. I thought it would just do it to after the live. And you guys were like, another ad. And I was like, oh no. I had to go turn them off. I felt so bad for you guys. I was like, I don't want it to like cut into the live. That's just rude, you know? That's just rude. Oh, your little doggy. I had my dog in here earlier. She left me. I was like, okay. She's probably standing outside the door. She can't deal with life without me. And sorry, I hit the desk, so the camera probably went like that. I forgot the camera's hooked onto my desk now, so I have to watch my knees. But yeah, all we need is a walking pad, and we're ready to go in here, and maybe just something for my feet, a stool, and then we'll be ready to stream all day, every day. I'm just kidding, not all day. That'd be funny though. And Vincent was like, if I'm sitting here, you can see me, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to get him on camera. Yes. West. Yes, it does. Oh, Ashley. I know. I come here to tell you guys too. Because Vincent knows everything. You know what I mean? He hears it. He's like, whatever. You know. Ashley. I thought you meant for real. I was like, no. I have one cat and he got sick earlier. I need to go check on my baby. He's 16 and he doesn't like change. He's like me. We don't like change. We hate change. If I pack to go somewhere, he's like in my suitcase or he's out, like one or the other. He'll peace out on me if I do that sometimes. But he got sick today, like after he ate like a lot. And I was like, oh my goodness. Because we were in here doing stuff. So now I got to go check on him. But wouldn't it be some weird, isn't this some crazy stuff that I was diagnosed today with autism at 38 and Sebastian has autism? I knew it as soon. I was like, this kid's my spirit animal. Like everything that he liked, I was like, I like that. I do that. So I'm glad they put me on that test today. Oh yeah, I always forget to change my chat. Actually, I'm on the other live, I think, right now. Ashley made her way over there, I think. It is Adriana. I don't want to I know. He's getting older and I know I can't keep him forever. I know that. I got him like 3 months after my dad died. 4 months, maybe like 4 or 5. You know, it's just like he is like the one thing I have other than I have a stapler from my childhood, but literally like he's the only thing I have. Like I have a brother, I have family, but Rocky has been with me through everything, you know. I take that cat like everywhere with me when I moved. So I hope that I get him for at least a few more years. He's doing great. He jumps up on the counter, which I don't allow him to do that, but he does it anyway. He plays with the dog. He's very active. He's a very active cat, but I know he's getting older. So just pray that he's here forever because I'll be on here sobbing like a crazy person probably when that happens. We'll do a member's life because you'll be like, where'd Tanya go? Because I probably would take a few days off. Your cat's lived all to be 20. Oh my gosh, Roseanne, I would be so lucky. He seems very good. Yeah. Your Rocky is my very energetic puppy. Oh, he's a very energetic cat. He really is. And he never gets sick. It wasn't a fur ball. So I'm wondering if he was eating fast. And I think it was the change. He really doesn't like change. We were going to move because our rent went up $300 a month. We were going to move like when our lease was over, but I can't move him. I'm like, I can't do that to him. I just can't. So we're going to pay the difference, but we like it here. So I'm going to jump off of here. I'm so glad that you guys came in. Hey, keep grinding up. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll listen to the rest of the interview and all of that good stuff. And I sat on here and talked to you guys for like 20 minutes or so. Look at that. I didn't even notice the time go by. This chair must be that comfortable. Well, thank you guys all for being here tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow around 9:15, 9:35, somewhere around that time. And hopefully we'll have more stuff to show you. But I'm going to take pictures of like the desks and stuff once I get them all decorated and all that stuff and pictures of the new studio because we were over there and now we're over here. So it's fun. But thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it so much. Really, your cat only lives, your fat cat? Mine's starting to get fat. Okay. Keep running up. Thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, if you guys haven't already, just hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. We do talk true crime here daily, and I'm going to remember to look more at the camera at you guys. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good weekend if I don't see you, and a great Memorial Day. Bye, guys.